Hello everyone. Yes, welcome to Mzansi Oz. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Connie. I'm a South African living and working in Australia. In this channel, I'll talk about the difference between South Africa and Australia from the perspective of just lifestyle and business-wise, and also give some leadership advice for people, because that's what we do in one of our business that I partner with, the Thrive Pathway. So now that you know a little bit about me, yes, I haven't been posting as much because I wear multiple hats, and yes, it's been really busy a couple of weeks, and plus going to Sydney and then Canberra, and all of that in the last few weeks. It's been really hard to post, and another reason why I don't post as much is because I live in the southern part of Adelaide, and often the NBN is not as good as in the city, so it takes me a lot of time to upload a video, especially if the video is too long. So I'll keep this video a bit more short so I can upload it straight away. If it's very long, and I'll store it in my phone, and I forget to upload it. Yes, for you all South Africans, yes, you've had your elections, and congratulations for your choice. Hopefully your party has won, or there's no winner yet. Oh gosh, there's no winner. I'm loving that. I like the fact there's no winner. Yeah, because some parties, they needed to have no winner, because they just haven't done really well for regular South Africans, and it's a good thing to see that suddenly there is some competition around who is going to be in leadership and driving the country in the direction, hopefully, for representing the whole of South Africans, not just a few connected people from either groups. So I'm excited about this hung parliament they're having at the moment. So what's been happening in my life is just nothing business-wise, as I said, and Thrive Pathway, which is one of the businesses that I co-own and partner with the global company. This company is develops programs online for leaderships, and with that programs you can get to learn how to start your own businesses. You can also get to learn how to make decision about your life in general. So if you've been somebody who's been not making a progress in your personal things that you intended to do, but you're just finding hard to make the first step, this program would help you as well. So it's for professional like myself. If you're not a professional but you're a person who likes things that around leadership and personal growth, that also not everyone is a professional. So when I say professional, I say anyone who's wants to develop themselves in some way or capacity. So for you, the South African people, recently I was reading on one of the South African news, and they were talking about how many South Africans are returning to South Africa, which is great to see. And it's because things are a little bit different now if you're living in the Western society, like I live in Australia, and I told you before that I've been in this country since 2006. So I've noticed a lot of changes around the cost of living, for example, affordability, and an increase in homelessness, and just a lot of things that South Africans hate about South Africa. Yes, so suddenly when you see those things as South African, you do see as similar. Everything looks similar, like when you were at home. So that disparity and people having the have and have not, that has been slowly increasing in Australia. The cost of living is higher compared to South Africa. So when you get recruited as a professional in South Africa to say, you need to, Australia is needing health workers, for example, is one of the things that they would recruit South Africans to come here, even Zimbabwean. You have to look at from the perspective of not just the offer and exchange rate. Look at where you're going to live, how much it costs for the rent there. Look at what's advertised. realestate.com.au can provide you with some insight about that. But it's, don't believe, it gives you an insight of how much it will cost you to live at that proposed place. For example, if they say to you, you're going to come to Adelaide, so you're going to stay in Adelaide, where you're going to go, investigate a little bit about that place, because sometimes you don't get offers until you've actually applied. You've gone through the visa process, and it's an expensive process. And then once you are there, you find out, oh no, I can't turn my back again because I've already spent so much money. It's really good idea to have a look at it before you even apply for a visa, before you even spend money into thinking about coming here, and just look at that, do that maths for yourself, because it will save you'll actually be able to see whether for you it's going to be worth it or not. For many South African, it hasn't been worth it, because hence these statistics that are showing that they're returning back to South Africa, because the cost of living is much better in South Africa. I was there in January. Yes, even if you look at rents, exchange, you're living and getting rents, it's still cheaper, way cheaper. In comparison to here in Australia, things are very expensive. And that is another thing you have to factor in as well. So we know that, a lot of people, when you talk about people returning back to South Africa, you hear people say, oh, why would they want to return to South Africa? It's blah, blah, blah. A lot of South Africans who are here in Australia are not South Africans who are poor. They're middle class South Africans. They've got a lot of money, and they're experienced, and they have skills. So when they go to South Africa, they're going to get a job. The unemployment for people who have skills in South Africa is zero. Doesn't exist. People who have skills have jobs. People who don't have skills, they don't have jobs. And there's plenty of those in South Africa. So it's not just unemployment based on the average that I keep talking about. It's about unemployment per skills per industry. That's the one you need to watch very quick. So the devil is in the details of that unemployment. And also the unemployment in South Africa is calculated. If you're unemployed, if you haven't had about at least 15 hours of full-time job, that you are calculated there. There's a lot of people who are working the hustle, who've got hustles. That statistics doesn't pick them up. Here in Australia, if you work an hour, you're employed. I think it's 2 hours. I'm not sure. I have to have a look at it. But it's way lower. It's way lower how they calculate the unemployment in Australia. So it's lower than South Africa. It's hours. It's not even full to count the full time. They do have a statistics, ABS, with the Australian Bureau of Statistics, that have a statistics about full time, how many people are full time, how many people are part time, how many people are seeking jobs, how many of those who have given up from looking for jobs, and so on. But the way they calculate the unemployment, who's unemployed, who's employed, it's hourly rates. It's not full time, and it's very low numbers. So keep that in mind as well when you do. So you're not comparing apples and apples when you're comparing unemployment in South Africa and unemployment in Australia. So unless you factor those and remove those things that I've talked about, you can then compare. That's what the statistics it's all about. Anyway, so for South Africans who are going back, it's because they, like many of South Africans, have now realized that, the grass is not greener on this side in Australia or New Zealand, Canada, UK, So maybe it's time to go back home. It's lovely weather, it's beautiful, except for the last few days. There've been tornado in Durban. Oh my God, in Eastern Cape, those floods, the weather is so horrible these days. Normally wouldn't actually have that many bad weather events in South Africa. In that areas of South Africa, you'd have like floods. It's common to have flooding in South Africa. The rain rains there. When you talk about rain, is in South Africa. And I did have a good time when I stayed in January because, when it's raining, it's beautiful. It's a very, it's just the sound of that rain. It's just so calming, and you just want to sit outside and just admire the nature and feel good about yourself. That's an experience of the rain in South Africa. So obviously I did have a good time, and I just can't wait to get back there. But it looks like it'll be a long time before I come back at home, guys, because it's been busy. I've been busy, and it's been really busy. It's just finding that time to actually come back and just visit. That's the time that I'm looking at the moment, and make sure that everything is aligned with our family, and I can come back and then just unwind. And I'm hoping to come back once all of this drama about election, the hung parliament at the moment that's happening, once all of that, they've sorted everything, and it'll probably be towards the end of the year, I will come in and say hello and see and hopefully I can go to Cape Town and see my friend. Pumza, I miss you guys. I will be coming soon and see you guys in Cape Town, definitely. And on that note, yes, I'm still here, busy as always, but I'm having my break at the moment. So I thought, I better post and say hi to the YouTuber people. I'm here, still alive. Have a good one. See ya.